Good evening. I'd like to go ahead and call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Education for Wednesday, March 11th. And we're going to start off with a roll call. Member Bill?
Yes.
Member Sneed?
Here.
I'm here. Member Georgina was not here tonight. And Member Spinoza.
Here.
Samples, thank you. Student Board Member Xavier Munoz. Okay, with that, we are on to, tonight's meeting is being visually recorded, just so everybody knows. With that, we're going to move on to the Pledge of Allegiance, and it's going to be led tonight by Cloverly student Abby Zhang. Abby?
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we're moving on to changes to the agenda. Are there any changes to
Yes, unfortunately, we will only have one presentation today. A special recognition. We'll have to reschedule the Temple City High School Advanced System Design schedule.
Okay, great. Thank you. So when we get to item 7, we're going to strike the second bullet from the consideration. So may I have a motion to approve the amended agenda?
So, second.
Motion from Member Bill, second from Member Sneed. All in favor, please say, whoops, what? Preferential vote. Student Board Member Munoz?
Yes.
Okay. And then for the rest of us, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. In case the motion carries 4-0. Thank you. With that, we are on special recognition now for Cloverly Elementary School in the Arts Matter Showcase. And Julia, are you taking this on?
Yes, I am taking this on with the Cloverly students. So good evening, Temple City Unified School District board members, cabinet members, and good evening parents and community members. My name is Julia Johnson, and I'm the proud principal of Cloverly Elementary. And tonight we have the opportunity to spotlight some incredible student learning. So first, I'd like to thank the board and the cabinet members and our Temple City community for supporting Temple City's incredible VAPA arts program and journey through the last couple years. And it's been expanding the opportunities for our students. And this year, Cloverly, along with all of our elementary schools, gave our 5th and 6th graders the opportunity to choose an elective in music production or media arts, allowing them to explore their creativity and develop new skills. So students who selected media arts participated in a 10-week Arts Matters residency powered by the LA Promise Fund in collaboration with Los Angeles County of Education. And during this experience, students explored stop motion animation, where they worked collaboratively in production teams to bring their stories to life. And we recently hosted a showcase at Cloverly that some of you attended, where 24 student production teams premiered their animated shorts and shared reflections on their creative process with families and our school community. And I'd also like to give a big thank you to our Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Dr. Stacey Ayers, who helped make this possible and make the connection happen with LACO. And so tonight we're proud to share a glimpse of the creativity, collaboration, and storytelling our Cloverly students have brought to life. Okay, so what is the vision behind the Arts Matters residency that came to Cloverly? This program brings media arts, specifically stop motion animation, into the classroom to spark creativity, increase student engagement, and connect learning to real career opportunities in the Los Angeles vibrant community. The residency began at Cloverly, where LACO's Arts Matters team partnered with our media arts BACA teachers, Ms. Robin Trong, along with Ms. Vanessa Silva, to model the program. And Ms. Trong and Ms. Silva are now replicating this model at the other schools across the district. So this program is built around a clear curriculum structure. It had 10 targeted lessons for the 10 weeks aligned to 4 media arts anchor standards. And the framework focused on 4 creative dimensions: artistic intent, technology, components, and composition. And the idea is that this 10-week program will also have teachers feeling supported in integrating media arts into their own classroom. Throughout animation projects, students experienced the collaborative nature of the media arts, developing real-world skills such as teamwork, creativity, and problem solving. And ultimately, this program reinforces that the arts are not just extra, that they're essential, that they're a part of a well-rounded education. Through this residency program with LA Promise Fund, 68 of our Cloverly 5th graders got to create and present 24 animated short films. And this evening, you'll have the opportunity to hear directly from a few of the students about this experience. And the arts, as you know, play an essential role in supporting student well-being. And as you can see on this slide, engagement in the arts helps foster social emotional growth, build confidence, spark creativity, and deepen student engagement. 80%, so they did talkback tickets, kind of think of an exit ticket if you're a teacher, where they wanted to hear from the students how the learning was and how they liked the program. And 80% learned that effort and practice create art. 76% said they felt increased motivation to show up and do the work. 76% felt better about themselves while working on media arts projects. 72% felt confidence in generating new ideas. 61% grew more confident trying new things. And 56% want to explore future careers in the media arts. And as you know, all of these things are so important as we grow into adults and the careers that take us places. And this quote says it all. It really was truly a collaborative spirit. Teachers, staff, students. The most important thing I learned was teamwork, one student said. A lot of teamwork, and I tell ya, it's worth it. So now it's time to hear from our filmmakers. Come on up, Cloverly students. Come on.
I'm a 5th grader at Cloverly, and this is what I experienced. My name is Jack Montoya, and my team was Victoria, Aiden, and Jack, some students at Cloverly, and this is my video.
I hope they comes back. Here you go, kitty. Fish for you.
What was the best thing about the Media Arts Stop Motion Elective? The thing I like about the Media Arts Stop Motion Elective was animating my group story, because I've done animation before and I've been waiting to continue learning about it. What was one challenge or something you learned through this project? One challenge I had through this project was working together as a team. It was challenging because at the start of our project, we had trouble communicating and agreeing on an idea. We got through this by challenge by sharing our ideas and agreeing on one. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts.
my video. The best thing about the media arts stop motion elective, in my opinion, is that students like me get to work together and cooperate in groups while doing their favorite things, animating. This class helps students build teamwork and decision-making skills while creating something we are proud of. These are important skills that students will use in school and the future. One challenge I faced during this project was learning how to be more productive. The way I solved this was by working more efficiently and making decisions more quickly with my group. I learned that these challenges help me collaborate together with others while still enjoying the creative process of animating. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Hi, my name is Cooper and my teammates are Abby and William. Throughout this project, we will be presenting you our video.
Hi, my name is Abby Zay and I'm in 5th grade from Cloverly and my teammates are Cooper, Shaw, and William.
In my opinion, the best feature of the media arts stop motion elective was that I got to communicate and collaborate with my peers. I also had the opportunity to conduct a series of scenes that I considered extremely enjoyable. This project allowed me to understand how to participate and contribute as a team member.
One challenge that I faced during the Pursuit project was that in our group we only had 2 people instead of 3 because the third person was absent. This was a problem because we had to split one job so we could have the same amount of things as a normal project would, with a group of 3 would encounter in the project. So we had to do 1.5 jobs each. One thing that I acquired knowledge was to the cutting edge tools that we had to learn to use and how to speed up the process when we were done producing a section of our stop motion project. Hi, I'm Grayson. My team is Amelia Dominic.
Hi, my name is Amelia. Some of my teammates are Grayson and Dominic.
The elephant's Rhea. I heard a kid. They escaped. Everyone, meet here.
What's wrong?
The elephants escaped.
Where's our house?
I'm here.
Good, everyone's here now. Let's go. Guys, the elephant was trying to get off your phone.
I got him.
Okay,
Oh no.
bring him to the zoo. Boss's orders.
At the zoo. Yo, I'm
Yeah,
leaving.
Boss is coming. Okay,
Not so fast.
battle me. What? No.
Bet. Verse. Hoof. Boom. My secret weapon. Go. Blah, blah. One. Wow. Come pet. I will help.
Get back.
One day later.
The
The end. Credits.
What was the best thing about media stop motive elective? The best thing was making friends and well art. This helps make cooperative decisions and better team decisions.
For our project, there were endless possibilities, and it was challenging for my team to decide on which idea we would use for our story. The team had so many great suggestions. To help us decide, our team narrowed them down to the top 3 and voted for the best idea. In the end, communication was key in helping the team complete the project while having fun animating.
Hello, my name is Elsa T. I'm a 5th grader at Cloverly. I would like to No, I'm not that good.
That's all right, you're representing your team today.
That is true. I'm not the best at remembering names, but that's okay. Everyone's different, right?
But you're representing your team, and here's your...
This is our film called Food. Media's art stop motion elective. It was the fact I was able to talk with 2 other people about the thing I love. That well-being, art. It makes me so happy to be able to talk to people about the thing I love. A lot of people say that their art is bad or not as good as mine. Many people said that to me, being well, my art is so-called more polished, even though I had more time on it. I didn't like how others see themselves as lesser than others, and when media arts happened, it didn't happen as much. Because people can see that even if their art isn't as polished or good, it still does something good, and they know that. That's what I love about this, people working together and understanding each other. I think that's the importance of things.
Thank you for this opportunity, and in closing, I'm very excited about the future of media arts and the continued growth of the BAPA program in our district. And thank you again, board members, cabinet, and the Temple City community for all of your support. Have a wonderful evening.
Mrs. Johnson, I want to congratulate all of the students for your wonderful work. My oldest son actually has been media arts for many, many years. And so there is work in the future in that area. But if he saw your work tonight, he would be thrilled to see this kind of work coming out of elementary school students, because you're already taking your art one step beyond. So congratulations to all of you. You did a fabulous job.
Thank you, Principal Johnson, and we have some certificates to hand out to your students. You know them, I don't.
Abby Zane. Grace Susan. Melissa Gaffney, and Grayson Tide.
Okay. And then CSEA 823, I don't see Ray here. Or who?
Jazz.
Jazz? Okay, Jazz. So,
Good evening. Nothing to report last weekend.
okay, thank you. With that, we're going to move on to district updates, and we're going to start first with Connie Wu. Connie, what can you share?
Good evening, board. I only have one update today, but I think this is probably one of the best one. So the California Energy Commission, also called the CEC, they notified district that we will receive a check of $2.2 million for the Cal-Shape Phase 2 HVAC replacement. The project has been finished. So we are waiting for the money received from the state so that we can pay the contract.
Thank you. Okay, moving right along, Educational Services, Dr. Stacy Ayers. Stacy.
Good evening, board members. I wanted to start off this evening congratulating Oak Avenue staff for becoming a California Distinguished School. This is really quite an honor. Yes, we can give them a round of applause. This year, California decided to honor middle schools and high schools across the state of California based on their achievements, according to the data on the California dashboard. And so this is an additional, very distinguished honor that Oak has received. And so much congratulations to them as they will have some upcoming celebrations here in the month of April. And then also I wanted to thank all of our readers and volunteers that participated in Read Across America over the past couple of weeks. It was a pleasure for all of us to take the time out to take some time away from our everyday jobs to go and read in the classrooms across the district. And I wanted to give a special thank you to all of the certificated as well as classified staff across the district that just go above and beyond to put out the invitations to invite our community and our district employees to read in the classrooms with the students. I know this is one of those additional things that they do on top of their everyday jobs, and it is quite a feat to organize all of the community readers that come into all of the schools as well as the activities that the students engage in. So just wanted to say thank you for the time that staff puts in to put on such a great event. And then finally, just wanted to give you an update that we are preparing for our summer school program. All of the plans are in the works, and we plan to notify parents in the upcoming weeks if their child will be selected to participate in summer school. This year's summer school selection will be based on whether or not a student may need some extra support and some extra time in the classroom to help them reach the level of academic standards that we all hope that they will achieve. And so special thanks to Daryl and Cindy in particular for all of the work that they're doing to get summer school organized and off the ground at Longden, Oak, Temple City High School, and at DDSLC.
Great, thank you, Stacy. And then, of course, Richard's not here, so we won't be hearing from him. With that, we're going to move on to board member comments. I'm going to start tonight with Melissa Espinoza. Melissa?
Sure, thanks. Let's see. Good evening, everybody. Let me get to my notes. All right, there you go. I did want to start off with a big congratulations to Oak for being recognized as a distinguished school. I wanted to let Principal Lessam and Assistant Principals Scanlon and the entire faculty and staff at Oak, congratulations and awesome work. I know this is an honor that takes everybody, so I'm just so proud of the accomplishments of this group, and I'm hoping we have some way of, I know we'll probably put something at the front of the school about this, but let's start celebrating their accomplishments and showing them off in the front of the school. Great job. In terms of attendance, I attended the baseball game on Friday night, which was really fun. It was the opening of the first evening game at the high school for baseball, and the opening of the new field, which is beautiful, and it was very well attended. It was a fun night, and I'm wishing the baseball team the best of luck in their season.
And then congratulations to Science Olympiad for getting first place standing in their recent competition. Congratulations to Choreo for coming in first in their recent competition, and Winter Guard for taking second place in their competition. I am so looking forward to the musical this weekend, and so I hope everyone will come out and see it. And wishing all the performers, well, you should say break a leg, but I don't mean that literally. If you say good luck, it's kind of bad luck, so I won't say that. But wishing them the best. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Melissa. Moving right along to Member Bell, Vincent Williams here.
All right. Hi, good evening, everyone. Much like my fellow member Espinosa mentioned, there's a lot of great things happening here at the district. And interestingly, they circle around all the strengths that we have, isn't it? With everything from VAPA to STEM, and everything else in between in our athletic programs. The kids tonight, budding indie filmmakers. I like them. So, I have a background in art, so I have a personal appreciation for things like that. I asked one of the kids who Super Gerald was, but I didn't get a clear answer. So, I'll ask him next time. The baseball field, right? It's phenomenal. Just seeing where we were not more than a year ago, a little bit over to where it is now. And I can only imagine the amount of pride that our athletes have taken on to the field. So, Member Espinosa, we wish them a wonderful season and be proud to have all these home games to show off their brand new digs. So, yes, congratulations, absolutely, to all of our performing arts teams that competed and they did outstanding. Oak Avenue's on a roll, PBIS Platinum, and then you've got Distinguished right there doing some amazing things here. So, a big thank you to the hard work by everybody on Oak staff, and there's too many names to name, but as we said, this is a collective effort, and we can't wait to celebrate them. Musical this Friday. It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait to get to see the kids perform. I guess finally, I always end with my quote-unquote STEM report. But our Cybowl team, some of them did pretty well. They're moving on to state. It was kind of iffy there. It was supposed to be at JPL, but sudden last-minute changes, and somehow they're at UCLA, so it was all good. Our Science Olympiad team, you know what? I've never seen a team like this. They're firing on all cylinders, and they're just, I'm excited. I told them, you got a dream, right? Because the reality is, when we're going to state against a team that's represented Southern California for, the past 25 years. So clearly, I'm a lot of respect there, but, it's just another game. You got to go out and play it. So, anything's possible. So, we look forward to that in about a month. So, and that will be my comment for this evening. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Vincent. Okay, now we're going to move on to Member Sneed. Mary?
Okay, thank you. I want to add my congratulations to Oak Avenue. Also, this is your second big honor in a very short time, but you certainly deserve all the accolades you're getting. So congratulations. Congratulations also to the high school winter guard, Choreo, and to our science bowl team who advanced to the second round last Saturday. Stacy, you mentioned reading. Last year I got to enjoy doing something that I always like to share with my class when I was still teaching, and I was a guest reader at Longden, Emperor, and LaRosa during Read Across America. And it's just such a fun week for the kids. It's good for them to hear reading done correctly, but to hear different voices. And it was just exciting to see. When I got to Longden, there was one of my former students leaving after he had read through the second grade class. And we were trying to find old class pictures from when he was there. We found them, but gave us some idea of what his class looked like. Then Friday I attended the Spring Festival concert at the high school that featured the high school band and all of the orchestras, and if you could pack one more body into the gym at the high school, I don't think you could have. It was packed to the rafters of family and friends supporting our students in their music. If we could take those kids, those students, and put them down to Disney Hall, they would fit in. They are that good. So I'm just really proud of them. I also attended the baseball game Saturday night. That field is just another beautiful part of the sports complex. I'm so glad that we're going to provide such beautiful facilities for our students, because we know our students are great, and now they're going to have facilities too that's equal to our students. But it's just, I looked at that field and we saw that as an empty lot a year or so ago, and now it's just filled with this beautiful stadium. This is Women's History Month, and I appreciate the chance that I have to work with such outstanding women on this board and in the district office and on the cabinet. And those women who are my teammates and support during my career. And I also want to recognize my mother, who is 100 years old, who taught me the lesson that in order that you need to enrich the world by giving back, and she still instills that in me. So happy Women's History Month.
Great, thank you, Mary. And I have an item I was going to include under written communication, but the ink of the word was spilled. It's congratulations to Oak Avenue Intermediate in Temple City for being recognized as the 2026 California Distinguished School based on meeting criteria for the following category: achievement gap closers, the schools that are accelerating academic progress for 2 or more groups that have been historically underserved, while also demonstrating achievement for all students that is above the state median and maintaining or increasing academic performance for all students. We've been invited, or we will be invited, to attend the California School Recognition Program Awards Day in the end of April 24th. So more to come on that. And then I did want to take the last opportunity to recognize or congratulate, really, the school site employees of the year. From Classified, from Cloverly, Benjamin Wu, from Emperor, Shani Downing, from La Rosa, Angela Consolida, from Longden, Dan Alvarez, from Oak Avenue, Wendy Monsalvo, and from the high school, Gail Masano. And then from the certificated team, also starting in Cloverly is Elizabeth Speaks, from Emperor, Ellen Laughlin, La Rosa, I'm going to probably miss this one up, Sierra Hernandez, Tejeda.
Sorry.
No, sorry. Jesse Ying, from Longden, Jesse Ying, from Oak Avenue, Jimmy Yu, and from Temple City, Baltimore, excuse me. So congratulations to those folks. So with that, we are going to move on to student board member comments. Xavier, what do you have to share with us?
Good evening, everyone. This past weekend, our Temple City High School choreo team, as well as our Oak Avenue Royalettes, competed at Knott's Berry Farm. Our choreo received first place in 10 different categories, and they also qualified for overall state grand championships. And our Oak Avenue received first place as well. And our ASB results have been finalized and revealed. So next year's ASB president and vice president is Ethan Lee and Julie Lee. And next year's student board member is Jaden Al, who I hope you guys will meet soon. And then, as a reminder, the musical is happening this weekend. Tickets are still available on tcpashows.com, so make sure you get your tickets. And I also wanted to congratulate our high school's Templar yearbook staff. They received the top 1% award. Their publisher, Varsity Yearbook, creates an anthology book of all the best books, and last year's book was chosen. They're selected based on their design, photos, and overall stories. And this is a very high award in the yearbook world, I guess, because they are selected from all over the country. So big congratulations to them. And congratulations to our Temple City High School Color Guard and Indoor Drumline, who both placed second at their last competition. And on Monday, March 16th is Family Literacy Night at Longden Elementary, so if you're interested, make sure to attend. That's all for me. Thank you.
thank you, Xavier. Moving on, item 14, superintendent comments. Dr. Arcuna, Art, you have to share.
Thank you. Never, we only have like 3 more meetings, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Where did this year go? You know, I want to thank Julia and the Cloverleaf team for presenting today. I think, you know, obviously they all talk about the real world experiences they gain from this, but I think the one that they failed to mention was patience, because that stop motion piece, that takes a lot of patience, a lot of little do-overs and everything else, and so we had the opportunity as adults at a workshop to do it. Stacy was part of that as well, and it was frustrating for us. To see what those kids put together, it was awesome. And again, it's just, you know, I was looking at the percentages of what she had shared, and you know, half of the kids said that they might pursue something in the arts, and I thought to myself, even if that was only 1%, that's all that really matters. You know, we talk all the time about opportunities, and you don't know what we offer that might spark an interest or a career for somebody down the line, and so we just do what we can do to provide opportunities for students, and hopefully it turns into something for somebody, and they find their passion. I thought the baseball game was, the evening was really, really nice. To see the stands completely filled, and I know there was a lot of people that, you know, made sure to get the word out and you know, get people there. But I think it was just one of those things where, you know, I was over on the, I was just walking through, and I was on the Crescenta Valley sideline, and just overhearing parents saying that we should be proud of what we have accomplished within our sports complex. I mean, you know, people were talking about the softball field, which was right next door to the baseball field. We had the lights on in the stadium so people could see what was happening, you know, what we've done in the stadium. And then we had the lights on in the tennis courts too, just so people could see as they were walking through just some of the special things that we have for our students. We do have the putting green that is starting to go down for our golf team, and probably others who are going to just copy things and use it. But it is a really nice space for our kids, and you know, as we walk it, I don't know if you recall, and I know you do, but it's just hard to imagine. Everything seems so compacted before, and now it is so open. And we have more out there than we had previously, and it still feels like we have so much more space. So it's a really nice space for our kids. I had heard that the baseball team was requesting to have a sleepover in the batting cages. But I, you know, again, it's one of those things where you don't know until you hear from kids, and you know, we've heard from our girls at softball and our boys from baseball just how much they appreciate the new facilities. So this next Thursday, we're going to be honoring, Axe is going to be doing the Golden Apple Award, and we are going to be recognizing Matt Myers as our Golden Apple recipient, and that'll be on March 19th. And Matt is, you know, obviously former employee and retired from the district, but he still gives so much back to our district. And you know, some of the things that I want to talk about when we're over there is just the fact that he still provided opportunities for kids that lost that opportunity during COVID. And that was, you know, not a lot of people do that. And so I think it's really special to be able to recognize him for that. We are hosting LACO's regional superintendent's meeting this Friday. We're going to be hosting it in our sports complex area, and part of the reason is it's not for us to just pat ourselves on the back with other districts that are superintendents. What it really is to show LACO what we do, so that maybe LACO promotes what's happening in Tennessee. The choreo team, like, that is phenomenal. They literally swept that competition. And I just have to give a shout out to Jenny and how each year that show gets better and better. I'm just so thoroughly impressed with the choreo program and what our choreo students are able to do. And I love that show. Like I watched it. Jerry, thank you for videoing it. I watched it on Jerry's website. So I know it will only continue to get better. Obviously, as we now have our VAPA program with the dance components that feed into the high school. So I just think that our arts will continue to grow and grow. And I would like to close it with a shout out to Oak for the California Distinguished Schools. It is, we know the work that is being done at Oak, and for others to recognize it, I think it's just, it's great for the staff, and it's great for the morale, and it's great to understand that this is why we do what we do, and that other people see. And so, congratulations to the Oak team for all the work they've done this year, and it shows. And it's been an amazing year for all of us. Thank you.
Great, thank you. We're on to item 15, written communications. I do not have anything other than what I already shared. Moving on to through the discussion information category because we have nothing to share. So moving on to the discussion action portion of our agenda, starting with administration, item 16, which calls for approval of 2026-2027 Board of Education meeting calendar. And Art, you have some things you want to share?
Yeah, so the calendar is it's starting to get a little odd in the sense of just kind of some of where the days fall, and so we're going to have a couple of things that obviously I think I shared with you guys that we in the next couple of years we're going to have Memorial Day falling after graduation, where we've got it falling right before we start our promotion week. And so there's no difference in this one. Things are pushing back a little bit, but the biggest piece here is we have our board policy, our board bylaws state that we have meetings on the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month. And in November, the fourth Wednesday is during Thanksgiving break. And the second Wednesday just happens to be Veterans Day. And so, we can obviously decide to do a meeting in one of the off weeks in November, or we can cancel the meeting and try and get everything done in October and then follow up in December. So that'll be one of the things for you guys to discuss. But again, when you look at where we have meetings this year versus where we have meetings next year, just for instance, the October meetings, this year we had our fourth Wednesday was October 22nd. Next year, our fourth Wednesday will be October 28th. So it actually pushes us a week closer to the meeting in November. So just something to consider as you guys discuss the board calendar for next year.
Great, thank you. So I guess I didn't completely understand this. Are you looking us to take action tonight to strike the November 11th meeting?
So yes, we have a couple of things. So you would approve the calendar first.
Okay, all right.
And then we would have to do it's a resolution, right, Marie?
Yeah.
Or a motion. Action item to, no, but I thought we had to do with oh, okay, yes. A formal motion to cancel the
Right.
November 11th.
With this item right now. Okay, so I need a motion in a second to cancel, to approve
To approve the calendar.
The calendar.
calendar.
So moved.
I'll second.
So a motion from Vincent and a second from Member Espinosa. Any comments or questions? No? Okay, then we'll go ahead with the student board member vote.
Yes.
And all the rest, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Now,
I think
I know what I did mention. A minute ago. Okay, so we are on to item number 17, approval to cancel the proposed regular November 11th Board of Education meeting. A motion and a second to approve, please.
I'll move.
A motion from Member Sneed
I'll second.
and a second from Member Espinoza. Any comments or questions? Okay, I'll go ahead and call for the vote. Oh, no, student board member, you can vote?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And the rest of us, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so the motion carries 4-0. Sorry, this is embarrassing. I just don't know.
It's in the front, I think you tipped it in. Is that it?
No, that's first page. Oh, well, okay. So we're on to item 18, calls for the adoption of resolution 2526-20, declaring April 29, 2026 Denim Day, raising our voices against sexual violence.
Can I motion this one?
You may.
Thank you.
So do we need any comment from Art? Is there something you want to say?
Actually, I don't know if Melissa wants to share anything, but the Denim Day piece, it's really about sexual assault awareness, and we think it's critical to bring attention to the fact that females have the right to say no, and it does not matter what you are wearing. And so we made an effort this year to bring it onto the agenda early enough so that it is recognized for the entire month of April. And then we will have, I know we're not going to have our board meeting on the actual day, but we are encouraging, I think it's a couple of days beforehand, maybe we can all wear our jeans at that point. So,
Perfect. Yes.
Thank you. So I am going to go ahead and ask for a motion.
I motion.
A motion from Member Espinoza, second from Member
Munoz.
Munoz.
Oh, could have said Mary, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call for the vote, starting first preferential vote for student Munoz.
Yes.
Okay. And for all, oh, this is a roll call. Sorry. It's a roll call vote. So Member Espinoza,
Yes.
Member Sneed,
Yes.
Member Bill,
Yes.
and I am a yes as well. So the motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Moving on to number 19, it calls for a motion to receive board policies for second reading and approval. This was shared at our last meeting as the first time around. And the items are BP 1445, response to immigration enforcement, BP 5125, student records, BP 5125.1, release of directory information, and BP 5145.13, response to immigration enforcement, and that one, the last one's to be deleted. So may I have a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Motion from Member Bill,
Second.
second from Member Sneed. Any comments or questions? No? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call for the vote. Student Board Member Munoz?
Yes.
Okay. And for everybody else, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and the motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Moving on to the area of business services, item 20, approval of the 2025-2026 second interim financial report. And we're going to have a presentation from Connie Wu before we get to the
Thank you for giving me this very wonderful tool to use. Thank you very much. So good evening, board. It is time for our second interim report, and this is required by Ed Code. This will be one of the last major report for the 25-26 school year. And the next one is, again, Stacy and I will present for the LCAP and adult budget for the next school year. So I will cover a couple of areas. Last first interim report, the board approved back to December 10th. So 3 months later, there's a lot of changes. The world has been changed, and so the environment we operate has been changed. So we'll remind everybody the adequate requirement for the report and as well as the overview and the more detailed information about the second interim report. So in the last three months, we saw that there's conflict in the Middle East, and we saw that the enforcement continued going on, the conflict with the immigration law, and we saw that the stock market like roller coaster. So from global economy, California, and the local all impact the way we operate. Each of us saw the gas price in the gas station. That impact also to the district. The big three in the state of California, the sales tax, corporation tax, individual tax, is impact how the school district funding. Because in the test one for the 25-26, the 40 cents state will furnish the school district if the state receive $1. So that's the Proposition 98 budget. So if the richest California, their capital gain is reduced, then potentially our funding in the future will be reduced. This will impact our enrollment. So I will further explain later. AI, we all love AI, we use AI, and eventually we will rely on the AI. The digital learning becomes norm. Cybersecurity is very important. And I thank our IT director, he took action. And we did not know that conflict in the Middle East will relate to our cybersecurity. But unfortunately, yes, it is. So cybersecurity will impact every organization, not including district, the operation, the cost. If its impact, it stops the operation, and costs more for getting insurance. We all know inflation, we cannot immune it, we cannot away from it, and health enrollment. So there's a report. In our neighborhood, there's 14 school districts. Only 3 out of 14 school districts in 25-26 has more students enrolled. The rest of the 11 all decline enrollment. So where is the Temple City position? We are decline, but not as much. So in our CalPAS number, our enrollment is dropped from 5,298 for last year to this year's 5,287. So it's kind of 12 students, but we are pick up right now. So as of right now, we are 5,291, so we are close the gap. But some other, our neighbor districts, they are not as lucky as we are. They see that their enrollment is not come back. So it is not our district challenge, it is most of school district challenge. And this article is actually back to June 11, 2025, say that California continuous school enrollment decline, so which means that most of school district is in the decline enrollment. So again, why are we doing this? This is an adequate requirement. So we have three categorical categories to see how we self-certify. So it's self-certified, positive, qualified, and negative. So here's the criteria. Positive, the district will meet our financial obligation for current and next 2 years. Qualified, may not. And negative, definitely will not be able to. So we will self-certify that we self-certify to positive certification, which means we will, as of right now, with all the budget assumption stated did not change, we will certify positive, which means we will meet the current and the future of next 2 years financial obligation. This is also part of our deadline. The legal asked us submit a report on or before 16, and then the board will approve today, and the edit code say around 15. It all depends on when the 15 is laid down. Is the weekend or weekdays? So guidelines tool has not been changed since the first intern report, and the tool will all use the FICMAC, the LCF calculation, and they will also use the state standard criteria to report. But guideline, there's some very interesting changes. So we all receive schools like California's guideline, but there's some changes from the County Office of Education. In their bulletin for the guideline, they attach these pages called a common message, which is, this is actually a group, is called the Business and Administrative Service Committee, which is from all the County Office of Education, their CBO, a group of CBO, they actually write this common message as a standard guideline for all the state of California school districts. Use this guideline to prepare their second intern report to make sure that the statewide the message is consistent, the assumption is similar to each other. So again, we have a positive certification. So look at our revenue and expenditure. Yes, we do have a little bit increase compared first intern report our revenue, but the projection for the expenditure is also increased too. So this is going to be impact our deficit spend. So the assumption. So we updated this assumption from the unaudited actual from the first intern, second, and the adult budget. So unfortunately for the Maggie Brown grant, the per ADA is dropped from first intern to second intern. And the good news is the CalPERS, which is all the classified employee, their percentage for the future retirement for the 27-28 required the district contribution also dropped. So these two numbers compared with first intern is also dropped. So which means it will save us a little bit of money. So we also update the ADA and funded the ADA because there's some data change when the district certify our CalPERS number. So that is where the data change. So this is standard form called a 1.17 report from CalPERS. It basically lists each school site our enrollment and also lists the unduplicated count, which is students who qualify free reduced meal, who are foster youth or who are the homeless students. This is the key number. So probably the number is too small on the screen, you cannot see. Last year, when we have a high enrollment, our unduplicated count number is 2,550. This year, we use the second form called alternate income form, and actually it's Stacy put it in as a part of the enrollment package. Our number increased from 2,550 to 2,998. So with less students, that population is increased. So that's going to be favorable impact to the district. So which that means is our unduplicated students count jump from regular single year 48% to 56%. And by doing this, we also follow up our students and ask the family to apply, fill in the free reduced meal application. That percentage also increased. From last year's 40% for free reduced meal, increased to 44% for this year. So this is actually impact of various programs, not only our food service program, for example, MIPIS ELOP program. So if our this year's single duplicity count jump to 56%, this will allow her program funded at 56% for 3 years and evaluate that number later. So that will be translate the LCFF funding a little bit higher. So we compare with the first intern and second intern. The second intern is purple color. The first intern is kind of goldenish color. The UPP increase reflect these numbers. When we do the LCF calculation, that number is increased. Okay, so their federal revenue, so based on Stacy's comment, we adjust the federal allocation for federal program allocation and the state program. State program will also see over $1 million increase because as of right now, the districts already receive all the one-time funding. Is this including the student support and professional development, $1.6 million, and also the learning loss block grant. So we all receive this money. And also MICS program. MICS ELOP program also receive much more funding. It's over $300,000 compared with last year. So this will help us provide additional support for our students, which is much needed. So local revenue, we project conservatively, and then our interest rate is a little bit higher compared with what we projected. So we increased that projection. And this year we also see that the program did a great job to fundraising, and our donation receivable has been increased also. So this is also that based on in my next agenda, I will present the transportation plan. Yes, we have more cost, but because of the state funding, based on the 6% of the actual cost, so that our funding is increased. So we also update our projection accordingly. We have certain things unique at the second intern report. So this is our operation need. So the $900,000 for the textbook adoption, we budgeted for 26, 27, and 27, 28 because of we place order, receive textbook most likely will cross to fiscal year. So that's why we budget that way. And then we also, as a part of the 5-year students device as well as staff device replacement plan, and we place order this year is around $670,000. We work with Stacy and Moses. That replacement plan will be funded by 3 different programs. And also, we are talking about the new state MPLS program, CYBHI, and then their software allows us to keep track of the service we provide that's needed. That upfront investment is $106,000. So that is also included in the budget. And the new things is there's need for purchase additional 2 golf carts. One is replace broken, and the other one is will be support Anthony's team to maintain our brand new high school sports complex. And then there's also there's the need for the soda van. We purchased 2 vans. And the soda van is needed because of the special athletic program. Our transportation district-wide for different activity, the cost has been increased. Right now, district-wide, one trip, depending on the distance, is around $3,000. So one van is cost the district $68,000. You divide it by 3,000. Probably the 20 trips for the outside transportation will be come up with one van's cost. So that's why we already placed the order. Of course, this is every other year. So we including the board election year for $250,000. That will be the November 2026. This next fiscal year. And also we also budgeted the $60,000. This is in supporting the county. The HCM, which is the Human Capital Management System, which has replaced the old HRS system, and then this is connected with that system implementation regarding the timesheet transfer between the systems. And also we also budget additional for the $50,000 because we have modernization at a high school, so we projected our insurance will be increased also. So this is a pie for our second interim. Our cost budget will be filled in different category. Of course, our personnel cost will be majority of the cost, and then book supplies projected 5%. And their operation is around 19%, and those are the rest are a small category. This is a facility. Again, the cost I projected is a projection. Okay, the actual is when we close the book, when we submit an order actual, that is the actual cost. So this is the summary for the multi-year projection. Again, we project a deficit spending for $5.6 million, and we project a little bit higher. A little bit high is because this year, as I mentioned, that we received over almost $2 million for the one-time money. So this is the budget this year, including this revenue. But unfortunately, that's called one-time money, which means that in the future year we are no longer receive it. But the cost will be there. So we project that the one-time money, of course, we will spend on one-time purpose. But a one-time purpose, for example, some students' device and replacement will definitely help our unrestricted general fund. And this one, because of the UPP. So we think that LCFF, if the UPP stabilize and maintain what we have this year, so it will help us down the road gain more on the LCF revenues. So we were able to meet 3% reserve. That is the rationale with self-support, we self-certify the positive certification. So this is a commitment and assignment. In 25-26, there's no reserve cap. And then back to 24-25, yes, because we're in a tier with state funding, and then depend on the state or remaining funding, sometimes is required 10% cap reserve, sometimes not. Last year, yes, this year not, and the 26-27, as of right now, yes, there's a reserve cap. So for the consistency purpose, we each budget year we also do the commitment and then assign. And commitment is a regular routine from the board required 2%. LCAP carry over. The post employment benefit is required, and also the bargaining union health balance pool. That is each bargaining union their money, so we need to set aside. This is also the new Gatsby requirement, and those are also the additional set aside that we see that based on the operation need. So other fund, we just spend a lot of time talking about our major operation fund, which is Fund 1. We also have other fund to support a different program. The student service activities is just like high school, middle school, ASB. The adult education. Adult education, we see that adult education, the state and federal program. The federal program actually, we compare with last year, we are lost over $60,000 funding. So because of the federal program funding reduction. So we are close to monitor. They will have, we project deficit spending. But I think the program and they proactively, they already have the cost reduction plan implement, and then it will take effective next year. So this which means that we will resume the half-time staff FT instead of full-time. Child development, this is our before after school program. The program running solid, and then we project to have a positive funding balance, and then their reserve will continue to increase. At the cafeteria, we plan to install HVAC in our elementary school cafeteria. And then we are in the stage of the designing, and there's a possibility the program will not be finished until next year for the installation of HVAC. So deferment is not major activity there, and then post-employment is the $360,000 is the $250,000 annual standardized contribution plus the interest rate on the balance for the $3.6 million. The Fund 21, we already spent the funding. That $12 million is back to July. We issue some of the Measure S bond. The Measure S bond issued $12.1 million. That $12.1 million has been spent on our various projects, baseball, softball, and the stadium. Fund 25 is our give up fee. So we project that after the Fund 21 is exhausted, and then we're going to before we finish the project, Fund 40 and Fund 21 will pay some bills for the project. And this is the Fund 35 is the balance from the state facility funding, and it still have a balance, but we will spend that balance too. Bond interesting is there's nothing we can do is because this information actually from the county to let us know each year what is the balance when the outstanding bond was paid down by the community. And this is a preschool program. This program we still need a close monitor because of the enrollment versus staff payment. So we make sure that the program is still solvent. And then the self-insurance is a district-wide insurance, employees' health benefit insurance. So what's the next step? Once the board approves this second interim report, we will make sure that we submit all the required documentation to the county before the deadline. And we are already starting the negotiation with our association, so we will continue work out. This is for the 25-26 negotiation season. And then we're going to start the budget preparation meeting, and April is the budget meeting month. So we're going to look at the current year-to-date expenditure and prepare for the next year. And we have the School Service California already released their time for the May revision. So Marie will help us register, and then this will be the place we will all be here to listen the message from the state. What is the May revision looks like, and we all, you guys, our association, all invited. So what is the bottom line? The bottom line is we need to close monitor our deficit spending. We need to building our healthy reserve. Majority of school district funding is from the state. There's a lot of things we cannot control how state receive their money and how state funding us. The things we can control is make sure that we have a healthy reserve so that the reserve can cover the surprise. So the reserve can build us the financial resilience. That will be end of my presentation. Any questions? Thank you, and I want to thank my team. Veronica spent a lot of time to get this done, so thank you.
Thank you. So now I'm going to go ahead and ask for a motion in a second.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion from Member Bill, and second from Member Sneed. Student Board Member Munoz,
Yes.
and all the rest of us say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Moving on to item 21, approval of district transportation plan. This is also Connie. Connie, what do you want to share with us?
Yeah, I posted this slides. Actually, the transportation plan involves program side and a financial side. Program side, and I work closely with our special education director because the board know that in Temple City Unified School District, we do not have homeschool transportation for our regular general ed students because our city is all within a couple of miles. But we are required to provide home-to-school transportation for our special ed kids who is governed by the IEP, and the students with 504, the foster youth, and McLean military students. So we provide the transportation to them, and then we contract out. We have one big vendor, which is Hockey Get Around. They transport our majority of students, and also we also have a hub drive students too. For the foster youth students, we provide the tag token for them. So our cost has been increased. So we project that this is actual for 24-25 is $812,000. That is a lot. So because of transportation plan, because Ed Code 39800, it actually gave us a little bit more money. So what the money depends on how 6% of we spend, and they take out to the part of the home to school transportation as the LCFF. So that is the balance we project we will receive from state, and we project that cost will continue increase. We saw maybe that is the kind of from this we can project what the economy, what is everybody doing. And then in one credit card, we actually paid $700 for the token for our home, foster youth students. So this cost will be continuous, and then the program side, and then our director will continue to work out stakeholder, make sure that we provide the service which students need, and from program side, financial side, there are no major changes from this year and over the last year. And this is actually the third year we present to the Board of Transportation Plan, and this is also required by the audit guideline.
Connie, do you think the price will go up because of the cost of gas right now?
Yes, because we contract out, the labor cost also increase. So I come from a district, we had a home to school transportation department, but I think that either way, I haven't seen any school district who has a home to school transportation department. The program is self-support. No, because of those districts who has transportation department, there's a very strict rule regulation, staff training, the vehicle inspection, and the recording keeping. So I think it's a gas and the labor. And again, our students need, because those are the special kids is governed by the IEP.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions for Connie? No? Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and call for a motion and a vote. A motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Member Bill, second from Student Board Member Munoz. And preferential vote, Xavier?
Yes.
Okay. And all the rest of us, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Moving on to item 22, approval of notice of completion for RFP number 2526-001P, Temple City High School fencing replacement project. Connie, did you want to say anything?
Anthony will present.
Good evening, Board President Smith, members of the board, Dr. Kuhn, and Executive Cabinet. Tonight, we request the approval to file a notice of completion for the Temple City fencing renovation project. The notice of completion is a standard document. It is a legal document that formally registers the project as complete. This lessens the district's risk of contractor placing a lien on the project. It reduces it from 90 days down to potentially 30 days. And with the approval, we can register this project as complete with the county.
Great. Any comments? Okay, then I guess I will. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's just a glad it's done.
Okay. I need a motion and a second, please.
Motion.
Motion from Member Espinosa and second from me. Okay, we'll go ahead and call for the vote. Student Board Member Munoz?
Yes.
Okay. And all the rest of us, please say aye.
Aye.
Mary, did you say aye?
Yeah.
Motion carries 4-0. Thanks. Okay, moving on to item 23, which calls for the acceptance of placement agent disclosure / engagement letter for DA Davidson and Company. And this is regarding some solar energy. Okay, I'm going to let Dr. Do you have anything you want to say first?
Yeah, so, every year the cost for utilities continues to just grow and grow. We are going to ask you to enter into this engagement letter, which is at no cost to the district, to explore financing opportunities that might give us the opportunity to purchase solar, qualify for some rebates, federal rebates that are going to expire at the end of June. So this would be something that if we can get this in place, we would be in line for some rebates, depending upon the cost of the project would depend on how much the rebate would be. But technically, we'd be looking at probably a couple $1 million in rebates that I would hate to see us pass on because we don't currently have the money to do these projects. So we're going to look at the financing option, use savings from our utility cost, hopefully to pay the debt service if we do choose to go that route, and then look at other funding sources to possibly pay off the project and then just have the savings go to our general fund for energy costs.
Great, thank you, Art. Are there any other questions of Art? No? We'll go ahead and ask for a motion in a second.
So,
ooh.
I know, everybody said it.
I heard Melissa because she's right next to me. I guess Mary too. So. Okay, student board member Munoz?
Yes.
Yes. And everybody else, if you're approving, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries 4-0. Thank you.
At least we all like stay together.
Out of here by 7 or something. No. Okay, we're now moving on to the consent agenda. This calls for routine to approve routine items by one motion and one vote unless a member of the board or audience requests that an item, any item, be reviewed and voted upon separately. So I'd like to go ahead and call for a motion to approve it as a whole unless you have a specific one. Okay, motion and second.
So moved.
Motion from member Bill.
I'll move.
Second from member Espinoza. Preference vote for student member Munoz?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and for that, everybody else, please say aye if you approve.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the motion carries 4-0. Thank you. We are now on to board member comments. Does anybody have any comments they want to make today? No? Okay. We'll go down to item 31, future agenda items. We have none listed. Is there anything that somebody's been dying to get on the agenda? Say the opportunity to do it. No? Okay. And with that, I will go ahead and call for a motion to adjourn. May I have a motion in a second, please? I'll move it.
Second.
Second from member Munoz. Preference vote, student board member Munoz?
Yes.
Okay, and everybody else, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Thank you.
Outstanding. Thank you.